Morning, everybody. There's the Dookie. There's the Dukester. Dookie. We are... Oh, I gotta open that back curtain up here. Let's do that, shall we? Oh! Okay, it's really hot. Okay, I'm being attacked by a dog. By a puppy dog. Oh, yeah, we're lounging. It's very hot. We got a nice windy spot. Let me get up. Woo! Okay, without being a mess. Working on the van. It is so hot. It never cooled off last night. It was 85 degrees all night long. It never cooled off. So this is it. Summer's here. We got no cool. We get no relief now. From now till October, there's no relief at night. So I wore out both those batteries last night. We're currently charging. The other one's in the front seat, and as you see, I'm cleaning everything out up there. I went through a whole bottle of iced tea yesterday. Bottle of Snapple, 2 bottles of water. So I'm trying to get the main accessories done. I'll slide up there in a minute because, woof, it's hot. Gotta fix my little zippity-doo curtains over here. Why is that not staying? There we go. Just have to give it a lift to let the air flow through. All the garbage. And Duke's outside playing. I got him some nice shade today. He's got his chair. Got everything out. And I'm moving one of these. Having trouble with my voice, sorry. This guy, these are the storage cubes. If you're missing a couple of videos, these are my storage cubes. And that's what's under the mattress here. They all over everywhere. My table. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm so hot. I didn't sleep. It was just nasty. Just hot and nasty yesterday. And then we ran out of batteries in the middle of the night, which is never a good thing. Oy. I was sweating when we woke up this morning. I didn't do nothing last night. I did nothing but lay here and sweat. Gonna try and get some of that done today. We got a nice breeze, if I can still see. The flag's still blowing. But my issue again today, which will be every day until October, is this. Look at those clouds. And this idiot. The cloud situation. The rain's coming at about 1:30, 2 o'clock. So today I may only have 4 hours of sun. Because in between the 2 o'clock and the 5 o'clock thunderstorms that are rolling through every day, it's just big black gray clouds and no sun. This is the issue with the solar, especially when you live in Amazon jungle. Okay, anywhere you got palm trees growing, it's just, that's it. That's it. You live in a rainforest. But that's the price we pay for paradise. And with the issues with the guy who had this van, there's one working 12-volt plug, and even a cell phone. You gotta drive for a minimum of 2.5 hours to charge the cell phone on a car. They don't charge fast. Do not charge fast. So that would cost me about $16 worth of gas just to get the phone charged. Laptop, that takes 8 to 9 hours of driving time to charge just the laptops. So charging on your van is not a possibility at $5 a gallon gas. The gas down here at any given day is $3.27, and then the next day it goes up to $3.78. So it's not even while the gas is low. I could drive around, use the air conditioning, cool off for a while, and charge off the phone. No. I drove 70 miles the other day, and all I did was waste gas. I didn't even get half a charge on this phone. I got like 30%. So my charging capabilities are just, that's issues, just issue after issue. The heat, the batteries are taking twice as long to charge. They're the black one, this guy, is no longer charging to capacity now. When I watched a couple of videos and some, not YouTube videos, I went right to the manufacturer's videos. The battery's a year old. The way I use it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I'm down to only 70% instead of 100. After 2,000 cycles, which it's been a year, and using it 24 hours a day because it was my only source of power, I gotta be down to the 70%. I didn't know that about these. Didn't know that. Because it's not being charged by an alternator. It's not like a car battery at all, because it's not constantly being charged by an alternator making electricity. If you were plugging this into electric every single day, yeah, maybe. You probably drop down to 90 or 80%. But using a solar panel, which is really not turning that into electricity, I'll show you. Through this. This is not making enough electricity. This is not the same as plugging it into a wall. At all. At all. Not even close to doing that. I'm going to try. And for some reason this isn't working today. I took off one of the flexible solar panels and I must have took off the wrong one. So one of them already isn't working properly. There's nothing wrong with the wires. They're not bent. They're not broken. They're in perfect shape. So something's wrong with that one. And they're not that old. They're not that old. But I did realize that, yeah, I do need those giant fixed picture frame solar panels. Other than this folding one I have, which I probably have to have 4 of them up there. And anything over 100 watts is actually too heavy. I can't even pick it up. I cannot pick it up, let alone slap 2 of those suckers outside in the grass. And nowadays, you know, you can't do that here. You can't do that with the crime and the crap that's going on. You can't be laying all your stuff out for the world to see what you got. You can't stick it on your roof. Don't lay it out in the grass. All right, you're gonna come down here to Florida. Don't be YouTube van lifing with all your shit out all over the place, because you're gonna get rolled. And if you don't know what being rolled means, that means you're gonna get fucking robbed. Trust me. Don't lay your stuff out. Don't advertise what you have, because it's getting really bad down here. Trust me, okay? Please. Don't be showing off your stuff, making your van life videos. Don't do that. Don't come down here and do that. This is not the same place it used to be. Not even since last year. Not even since last year. In 1 year, this place has gone to hell. It's better than most places because our cops don't put up with anything. They don't put up with, shit. Not made for children. Advisory. Don't let anybody under the age of 18 watch these videos. Sorry. This is raw and unedited footage, and I don't got time to worry about what I'm saying. It's too hot, I'm too tired, and people need to understand the truth about what's happening down here. This is not the place it used to be. Not the place it used to be at all. They're trying to get it back, but we're having problems when you got an influx of bad guys coming around. And I mean some really nasty ass bad guys. Really nasty ass bad guys. And you know what I'm talking about, those 12-year-old girls. And you want to know why they're going after children? Because in the countries they come from, which was the biggest problem Richard had coming from Dominican Republic. At the age of 12, you're able to get married. You're legally allowed to marry. There was a death in his family. a cousin of his came. She was, I think, 17 years old. 18, 17 or 18. I thought she was standing there with her grandfather. He was a little too old to be her dad, but I thought it was a grandfather. When he told me that this man, who was 60 years old, was her husband, and they had been married 5 years already. I asked him if there was a way we could keep her with us. I said, what if we just kept her? What if we just let her stay? We try to get her citizenship and let her live with us. You know, come live with us. You got the trailer, you got the house, you know? Somehow, some way. No way. You can't get involved in that. It made him sick. It made him sick because he's known her since she was a little girl. So, this is why these people are doing what they're doing in our country, because it's legal in theirs. And that's what a lot of people don't understand about these other countries south of the border. You want to go on vacation? Go to Europe. Stay out of anywhere south of America. Don't take your children. Don't take your stuff. I remember his family went outside the country, went to these places, and was so disgusted she never wants to go back. And she sickens her that this is her nationality and this is what goes on in her own country. You got to get down. Dookie's just a little aggravated. They've been lawn mowing. There's motorcycles. It's a busy day in the park. He can't take the excitement. Chihuahuas can't take the excitement. This is not a dog for the great outdoors. Not a dog for the great... I don't think any Chihuahuas need to be outdoors with people. They're not people-person dogs. They are not people-person dogs at all. As much as he loves the attention, this dog shouldn't be living out. He doesn't like it. He's uncomfortable. It makes him upset. The more people, and the older the older he's getting, the worse he's getting about it. He was born in this park. He's been here since the day he was born, and you think he'd be used to it, but it's not. And the bigger he's getting, and the tougher he's getting, and the more testosterone we're getting, right? The more testosterone we're getting, brother. The more, I don't want to say aggressive, but yeah, the more courage, let's say, he's getting at defending his house and his mommy. Yeah, I know. But this gotta stop. The finger biting thing's gotta stop, and I can't figure out how to get that done. We were all right for a while, but you just gotta bite the hands. That's how they are. But this is really not a good situation for Dookie. I feel bad for him. What do you want? But I figure the more socializing he does, the better he'll be. But he's not doing that. These are just house dogs, like a cat. All right, these dogs are more like a cat. They're a house pet. They're not meant to be outside. He doesn't like walking. He hates everything about being outdoors. He really does. He loves it, and we have a good time when we're by ourselves. The minute we're in a social situation where there's other people, other animals, other dogs, doesn't matter what it is, he doesn't want anyone near him. So we're working on trying to find him someone that'll keep him as a house pet and not do this with him, because this is just, it's not a good deal for Duke. It's not. And I'm trying. And we're trying. He can't even take the butterflies, the birds, the moths. It doesn't matter. The leaf went past and he's barking and chasing the leaves like they're coming into the car. It's the weirdest thing. I got to get him on video showing you well, you've seen it. There you go. In the dashboard. He's in the balcony. Where are you? There you are. The guard dog. My security dog. Let me tell you, if you got like 20 of these guys and you put them in your store at night, ain't no one breaking in. I'll tell you that right now. I see people back up and fear. Come here. There you go. It's the birds. This is over the birdies. This is because the birds are barking. They're too loud. They're annoying him. What are you doing over there? Don't be yelling at the birdies. They live here, Poppy. Come on. Oh, God, there's a butterfly out there, too. Look out. Look out. And he is a hell of a growler. He got one hell of a mean growl. Mean growl. He's a good guard dog, though. He really is. In every sense of the word, he's become a really good pet. You know? He really has. I'm very proud of him. It's just anybody comes within 100 feet. 100 feet of you. And that's it. That's his limit. His limit is probably under 100 feet. So, if you run into us in the park, I apologize. He hates the world. He hates the world that he was born here. So, I talked to a bunch of trainers and stuff, and that's just them. That's the deer-head Chihuahua. They're like that, and he said there's no way to change. No way to change it. I don't believe that. There has to be a way of calming them down. I feel bad. He's all tense and they're all pissed off all day. These dogs never relax. Neither did his brother. His brother's the exact same way. But his uncle is fine until you get about 50. He lets you get about 50 feet to the car. And then he tears your ass and chases you down. But Duke is enormous. He has exploded in the last couple of weeks. He is exploding. This dog is just massive, right? Right? I don't even know if he is a Chihuahua. Starting to wonder about Duke. Starting to wonder about the Dukester. He's way too big and too muscular. He's like a baby pit bull. Oh, you're stuck on the chair. See, that's the problem with putting the chair outside. He gets tied up around the chair. I tried to put it in one way so he can run out. So we just spent 20 minutes talking about Duke. Oh, this is never going to go up. So, slow progress on cleaning and moving stuff. I thinned out the back, got rid of some stuff, and today I got to fix my bed. We hit the brakes because of the morning drunk drivers. By 11:30 in the morning, now everybody's here for 4th of July. Everybody's trashed because they're on vacation. They wake up and pop a beer. So you got to be careful driving down here now because everybody's blowing off steam because they're all crazy in the head. And then here on vacation, so you got aggravation and vacation mixed together, and everybody's drunk. Everybody's just drunk. That's all you see. Everybody's weaving down the road. I guess I'm videotaping when I'm driving. I really should just hit record. When I get where I'm going, just delete the video because people are all over the road. They can't even drive in a straight line, and it was 11:30 in the morning. I was like, dude, it's Sunday at 11:30 in the morning. Okay? Calm down. Just calm down. But the bad thing is that the liquor stores down here open up at like 9 o'clock in the morning. They open up at 9 o'clock in the morning. Too much booze and heat. Too much boozies and heat. And I cut his vest open. Okay, so he could cool off a little bit. It's way too hot. You got dogs down here, and you got these harnesses. Just cut the chest out. He's so much better. So much cooler. Because the little chest is like on fire here. So I made him a little specialized vest. Well, don't beat me up because you can't go chase the motorcycle. You can't chase. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. But look how big he is. He's enormous. He's huge. But he's all muscles. He's all muscled out. I wanted to get him the little backpack and put some little weights in it, like they do on the pit bulls and the shepherds. And the Rottweilers, we don't know what you are, man. We're never going to know, right? We're never going to know what you are. We almost had someone taking him, but she changed her mind and took a puppy instead. So, I'm sorry, Dookie. We're trying. I got people looking out all over for him. Because you weren't supposed to be here this long, bro. You only supposed to be here for like 4 months. And then we were giving you back. Find you a new mommy. But we couldn't. He's so cute, too. The bird. He's talking to the bird in the tree. There's a million baby birds in all the trees. There he goes. Going to yell at the bird. Right? Look how pretty he is. He's so beautiful. He's all muscles. This dog is all muscle. Not an ounce of fat on him. And he's very strong. He is really strong. He was pulling on a rope on his leash that I have tied to the thing. He was rocking the van so like this. He was moving me around inside the van. Which I think today we're going to be outside a little bit. But I think what I might end up doing, as soon as I can try to get as much charge as I can on this. I'm still only I'm pulling in 60 watts. And I've only gone up 15% in 2 hours. I don't know why. It's just the heat is slowing down the charging of the batteries. Can you hear me? Dookie-low. Dookalicious. Dookalicious. Who's my Dookalicious? Who's the Dookalicious? This is like the Duke show today. Dookalicious. Dookaluka. Hey. And then there's 5 million people jogging. How do you jog at 100 degrees? These people are crazy. Hey, come here. Come on. Cha-cha. Cha-cha-cha. 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 Just let me bite him. I just want to get one of them. I want to chase one of those joggers down and just bite him in the ass. You know that's what he's going to do, right? I have to make damn sure that his leash is on at all times. I'm worried. I worry about you, bro. We worry about you. We worry about you, puppy. We want you to be happy. We want you to be happy. Ow! Don't take it out on me. I didn't do it. Oh. Hey, I'm the one with the food, bro. Yeah. Foodies. Foodies. Oh, foodies. 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 Oh, we got zoomies for foodies. No, you can't zoom around with a leash on. Now you just tied me up. Now you just tied me up. Now you just tied me up. Foodies. Foodies. Do you want your foodies? Yes, I want your foodies. Oh, my man, I want my foodies. One word. Ah, look at this. Will you stop a minute? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'm trying to learn his language. Uh-huh. Wait, stop. Paddle dog, you're driving me nuts. You're going to get your foodies. Hold on. Wait. I got it. Psst. There you go. There you go. I just gave it to you. It's in your mouth. Eat your stuff. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Where's my fat boy? Where's my fat boy? Where's my fat good boy? You're my fat good boy? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Need to calm down a minute, bro. Yay. So, let's see. We're up to 25 minutes and we're talking crap here about nothing because I got nothing done. Nothing done. It's just too hot to do anything but sweat. There's not too much else new. Considering the heat, I've been my liver's getting cranky because it doesn't like the heat. And it's just being annoying for the last couple of days. So I made some chocolate smoothies this morning. Chocolate smoothies. 2 packages of hot chocolate because you're putting so much water and ice in. 2 packages into that much water. Blend it. You gotta stir up the powder first. Learn my lesson. Mix the water and the powder first. Then add your ice. Then blend. It makes a thick Slurpee. Nice and thick, cold, icy. And if you'd only put one in, you're not even going to taste the chocolate because you're diluting it. So it's 1, 2. 1 for the water, 1 for the ice. And you won't even taste it. So we just got done with that. We're going to be making another one in a little while. I had to go to 5 places since 7 o'clock this morning to get ice. To get 1 bag of ice. There's just no ice anywhere. I got those crazy hiccups. The COPD. I got my COPD hiccups today. Which makes it hard. And I keep losing my voice. And let's see, what else? Oh yeah, that Monster Category 5. If anybody has seen any of the videos, they're on YouTube. There's a couple of really good ones. I was trying to save them to my playlist, and I don't know what YouTube did, because every time they do a new upgraded version, everything gets screwed up. So I saved all these videos to the playlist, and they're not staying there. They're disappearing, and I don't know why. But yeah, check out the morning videos of what happened last night with that Category 5. It hit a couple of islands. I think it hit Barbados. It's headed for Jamaica. It wobbled north, which scared the crap out of me when I heard it was wobbling. But it's still under Cuba. It won't surpass. The only problem is that as it gets around the tip of Cuba, if there's a strong enough current going this way, it could go zoom and loop around and come back and hit the Gulf. There's a tiny chance that that's an actual possibility. It was supposed to only be a Category 4 this morning. It's still 5 and rising. So say some prayers, watch those videos, because you want to know what it's like down here. That's what we went through with those back-to-back hurricanes down here. It's those poor people. Those poor people. And it's not like it hit a population where everybody's living in a homemade house. Oh no, this was concrete. Concrete houses, huge resorts. It just leveled this one entire island, which 20 years ago, Dennis in 2005 hit that island. There was nothing standing. I don't know if anybody remembers Hurricane Dennis. We do. And because we were praying to God it wasn't coming this way. I can't remember which way it went. I just remember the destruction it did in the Caribbean was awful. But I don't know why I took that apart. I'm like trying to clean. I don't know what I'm doing. I have to fix the solar panels, figure out why it's not working, and here come the clouds. And it's like 12 o'clock. The rain's not supposed to start until 2 o'clock. So that's what we... Those are baby eagles, by the way. You can always tell the eagles. Those are baby eagles crying. So yeah. Our messy beds. When I get everything out of the way. I was throwing everything from the front to the back. I still gotta finish that. Move our beds. And hopefully have a fan for later. Told you, it's like living in a zoo. We're in cages, not the animals. So, prepare for the heat, because it's real bad. It's 100 degrees every day. And it only dropped down to 85 last night, and now it's 90. That's it. We have a 5-degree difference between day and night. Sunset from the sun up to sun down, that's it. 5-degree difference last night. That was it. I was up most of the night. I'm like running on adrenaline. I just went to the 5 stores, got the ice, got the stuff, dumped the stuff out up front, poured a bucket of water over my head, and I want to at least get this on to tell you why there was no videos this morning. Sorry. It was just way too hot. It was way, way too hot, and I didn't get enough charge. I didn't get enough charge not to have my phone. And there's something, my tablet's acting kooky because everything in here is hot. You know what I mean? And the more you use the tablet and the hotter it's getting, it's like nothing's working right out here with the heat and the stuff, and it's just madness. I spent half the day listening to the radio because the electronic devices like the phone and the tablet with these lithium batteries were not made for heat outside. These were not meant for outdoor use whatsoever, and they scare the crap out of me because I don't want to set my car on fire. I've seen shit happen. There's been a lot of bad stuff happening with these batteries, so scares me. That's why I want to get the ones in the front out of the car. I couldn't even move them. I couldn't budge those batteries. And the maintenance guy wasn't there. I was going to ask him, he's very nice, just to lift them off and put them into the storage unit for now, so I could get the baker's rack out and walk out of the front of the car and not crawl out across, you know, which is fine. But at least if I get most of that out of the front and more in a better way, then I could at least reach in, hit the button up front right there on the roof, and then open the side door. It opens from inside, but for some reason won't open from the outside anymore. It will not open from the outside. Want a little water, bro? Let's put a little. I think you need a dunk. You need a dunk, bro. My poppy needs a dunk. We need the dunkers, right? Yeah. Oh, that feels good, right, puppy? Yeah, we got his got the wet head going on. We got the wet head going on. Yeah, we got the wet look happening, right, baby? Right? Right? Who loves getting wet? I do. Good, say it. I do. Soak me, mommy. Soak me. Soak me. Oh, yeah. He's such a good dog. He really is. He just hates the world. We hate on the world. Don't be a hater, Poppy. Come on, don't be a hater. Don't hate everybody. It's not that bad, bro. It's not that bad. My poor booby. My poor booby hates the world, man. I know. People suck. There's some bad guys. Bad thing is that what's happening is that dogs can sense bad people. And probably being in the park is not a good thing. But even in the parking lot by where I'm sleeping, he'll start sniffing. I've seen him, his nose woke him up. He didn't hear the car pull in. He didn't budge. He was snoring away. All of a sudden I see his nose going. And I said, ah, shit. So I look out the window and I see this real jerk, scruffy guy. He didn't see him, but I saw him. He smelled him. He went ape shit last night. He just wanted to rip that window off and chase that guy down the block. And I said, this is probably a bad guy. Maybe we should move. So I did. I moved last night at like 11:30 because I let the guy go where he was going. And then as soon as he was out of my view, I jumped in the front seat and moved the car. So, at that sense of the word, he's a good thing, but that's the bad thing, is when you can sniff out evil. Evil is afoot, and we're surrounded right now. We are surrounded by evilness. I know, Booby, I know. This poor guy. I'm just doing my job, Ma. Keeping the bad guys away. So, yeah, I know. I know. You're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. I just don't want anybody to get mad at him. Oh. Itchy. Everybody's just itching and scratching to death. My liver's snapping. It's being bad for the last couple of days, so I thought I got bit by mosquitoes. Oh. And I went in to talk to the Walgreens, the doctor at the Walgreens, and I was showing him these spots, and he said those aren't mosquitoes. It looks like mosquito bites, but they're not mosquito bites. I said, I've been lathering on an inch thick. It's just white. I look like I have the zinc oxide on my nose, and it's not stopping the itching. He said it won't itch your liver. So if you're down here doing a lot of drinking in the sun and you're getting itchy and you feel like you got eaten by mosquitoes, it's not mosquitoes. There are no mosquitoes here where we are. I mean, not one. Not one. Everybody comes in here itching, thinking they got mosquitoes, and the first question you got to ask yourself, I said, he said, did the hydrocortisone work? If the hydrocortisone isn't working on your itchy spots, it's your liver. I said, okay, thank you. He said, that's one sure way of understanding. He said, you get people down here, they're shooting a lot of tequila, all kinds of hard liquor shots, and they toxify their liver, and the next day or that night they're itching like crazy, that they got eaten by mosquitoes, and they're putting on all kinds of shit and it ain't working. It's because they drank too much booze, and they toxified their liver with alcohol, and now they're itching thinking they got eaten by mosquitoes. Not mosquitoes. Not mosquitoes. And not even the no-see-ums. They leave a small bump, but not a welt. If you don't got a giant welt like that big that you get from the mosquito bites, if it's a itty bitty little bump, it's your liver, because you had too much booze in the sun. So, van life tips from Jane Wayne. If you're coming down for your vacations, don't overdo it in the sun with the liquor. If your hydrocortisone ain't working, drink some water. It'll stop the itching. Flush your liver out with some water because you partied a little too much. And that about it. And if you're drunk, stay off the road until you sober up, please. Every day there's like 7 accidents in these 4 intersections. It's ridiculous. Half of the traffic was shut down because a bunch of driving under the influences. Now, I want to do a little quickie thing on this so people understand. It's going to take all day to charge. I don't really care right now, and I mean to upload. People are misunderstanding. There's 2 different charges. Everybody's bugging on Justin Bieber and fighting on the internet because they changed it from DWI to DUI. No, they didn't change it. They had to add a charge. DWI, driving while intoxicated. We had to create a second one for the court system. DUI, driving under the influence. That doesn't mean alcohol. That means drugs. You're under the influence of drugs. DWI. I mean DUI. See, I'm doing it too. They got me crazy. DUI. Driving under the influence of drugs. DWI. Driving while intoxicated. That's what Justin Bieber was charged with until his blood tests come back. You can be charged with a DUI and a DWI. If you were drunk and high, you're screwed. You're never getting your license back again, especially not down here. So, if that explains everything, because I see a lot of arguing over Justin Bieber. He's a freaking movie star. He's whatever he is. He's rich and famous, thinks he can drive drunk wherever they are because they're never going to get pulled over because everyone knows his car, and the cops in the Hamptons aren't going to yank him over. Well, they're getting tired of that. They really are getting tired of that. Cops are getting tired of having to step back and let the rich and the famous do whatever the hell they want. Enough is enough, and they're not doing it anymore, and that's why they waited for him to pull out it. They knew he was there for like 5 hours, and they were shooting shots. They had drinks where it's like a Long Island iced tea. There's 7 kinds of alcohol in a glass like this. No water. It's just 7 shots of booze in a giant glass that they hand you and say, here you go. He had 2 of them. 1 is enough to put you 3 times over the limit. He had 2 of these. And no bartender in his right mind will give you more than 1 Long Island iced tea. 1 per customer, because there ain't no man on the planet who's going to sit there and do 14 shots. You drink 2 of these, you're taking 14 shots of hard liquor. Okay, I'm not talking a little rum, a little thing. No, we're talking tequila, scotch, Everclear, all right? Top shelf shit in one glass. 7 shots in one drink. You're drinking all at once, and that tastes so good, you want another one. Up north, you're only allowed 1 Long Island iced tea, which I'm sure that has changed. But most places where you're eating and drinking so that they're not responsible, they had to set limits on the Long Island iced teas and anything that has more than 3 types of alcohol in one glass. So, don't be doing that either, because you're going to go to jail down here. Big time. Big time. They do breathalyzers and tox screens right out on the street. And they'll hold you there while someone will come and get your blood. I swear to God, it's getting ravenous down here. It's just too much. So, be very careful if you're coming down on vacation, because they're cracking down on everything around here. Don't know what else to say. It's hot, we're sweaty, and all hell's breaking loose in Florida. So just, will you stop pulling off my clothes? Stop pulling off my clothes, thank you. So be very careful. Everybody's tensions are high. There's a lot of fighting and arguing. We had 100 new laws went into effect as of yesterday, and I gotta go look up some of them, because a lot of them are about recreation and vacation stuff that you may want to know about. So check out, before you come down, the new laws that just got passed and are now currently being enforced as of today. Okay, because I got to go on and look at it. I couldn't keep up with it. And it's a lot about drunk driving, doing drugs, and they're tired of people coming down on vacation, trashing our state, acting like idiots, like this is a frat house. You know, we've toned down spring break a lot. Spring break is nothing like it used to be in the 80s. They have cut that down, except for Miami. Miami is just, don't even go down there. Just, you're gonna come to Florida, don't go past Lauderdale. Don't even bother. It's awful. And they're trying to clean it up, and there's a lot of bad things going down in Miami-Dade and Broward County are not good. There was a shootout at a Chick-fil-A. Everybody's just hot and pissy. So don't argue with anybody. Don't give anyone the finger. If they cut you off, let them go. Please. There's been a lot of road raging craziness that's not hitting the news, because they don't want to scare everybody off from coming down, okay? 40 minutes, I'm never going to get this up. So I just wanted to get a long one in the bank. And we're okay. Don't worry, I got my piece. And just be careful, no fighting, and watch the drinking, okay? Because we're fed up down here. We're truly fed up. And there's a lot of bad people breaking the law down here who don't abide by our laws, because they don't have these laws in their country. And a lot of people here, Richard had to go through this, a hotel. There was a guy here from another country where it's legal to date 14-year-olds, no matter how old you are. And this guy got arrested at Richard's hotel. He had a 13 and a 14-year-old drunk in his room. They don't understand that when they come to this country, again, our children are protected to the age of 18. And down here, we pushed that up to 21. I was 18. You don't know what the hell you're doing. You're not an adult. You can join the army, but you still can't get a tattoo or buy a pack of cigarettes or get a drink. And there's a reason why. Because you don't know what the hell you're doing. You are not an adult. You can't make good choices yet. And if you come from a crappy family, forget it. You're going to be arrested. So, watch your children. Watch your underage girls and boys. People, please. Don't let them wander around the resort by themselves, because that's what these people did. They let loose the 12 and the 10-year-olds, and next thing you know, they're in hotel rooms being molested, and people getting them drunk. because this is legal in other places. Also, Europe has these still old world laws. Only theirs, I think, they bumped it up to 16. So, anybody under the age of 18, dads and moms, keep an eye on your kids. And just because you're at the hotel, they ain't safe. Because you got people wandering around who are homeless. And I don't mean van life people. I mean the people living in the bushes, the bad guys. Okay? Who are spending all their money on drugs. Okay? I could tell you horror stories of what happened to a policeman's wife who was sitting 20 feet away from her husband while a bunch of homeless guys were in the bushes. She walked back to her car to get something for the 5-year-old and let the husband stay with the kids on the beach. While she went back to the car, they were maybe 50 feet away from the little boardwalk that went through the bushes on each side. They grabbed her by the ankles, pulled her under, smashed her in the head with a rock, and had her in there for 8 hours while her husband, the cop, was 20 feet away. The ocean was so loud, no one heard her scream. People were walking 10 feet away from her and never heard her scream. Walking in and out from the parking lot to the bathroom. This was on the way to where the parking lot and the bathroom meet. You know how busy that is? They took an opportunity that she was the only one walking back to the car at that time, snatched her ankles from under, they were sitting under the boardwalk, reached up, grabbed her feet, and yanked her under. This was about 6 months after we first got here. So, be careful, ladies. Be careful, men. Watch your kids. Try and have a good time. And I'm sorry I tell you the honest truth about here, but there's a lot going down. There is a lot going down here that ain't making the news. Okay. And there's also, we get 4,000 people a week coming to Florida, and they're not leaving. They are not leaving. Over 2,000 people a week are applying for Florida state driver's license. And they're coming and they ain't leaving. They don't have a residence. They're all using P.O. boxes. I don't know what's going on down here. And to change that law would make things better, except for van life. They're in between. There's too many homeless to change most of the laws, and a lot of that's changing too. So check our 100 new rules before you come down, and when you get here, you better Google them to make sure you ain't doing something wrong, because they are cracking down. Okay, guys? I love you. Didn't mean to be lecturing everybody, but I don't want you coming down and getting arrested or something bad happening to your kids, because we got a lot happening. Okay, we got a lot of not so good people, and everybody, the bad guys who already live here, are taking advantage of the situation that we got newcomers in here. You understand? All right, everybody thinks they're gonna get away with murder here, and they're not. And they're not. So that's where we've been. This is what we're up to. As soon as I can get a decent day where I can do more than like a half an hour. You know, we do a live stream, it's only going to be like a half hour long. I won't be able to keep the phone on, because right now I can barely touch the phone. I'm holding it with my fingertips on the edge because the phone is so hot just from recording this for 40 minutes. 46, 40, 48 minutes. I got to get off. We love you guys. I'll show you some finished products later when it rains later. It never rained last night, so it never cooled off. That was the problem. The rain went by and it never stopped. Why is it? Somebody's using chalk. I could see it with my glasses on, but not in the sun. Spray painting chalk lines in the grass. They must be gonna dig here soon. So be careful. Have a lovely 4th of July. I'll make some videos, and maybe we'll shoot for the weekend, trying to do it. We'll do a quickie live stream this weekend. And that's it from the great mess. Soon to be cleared up with a brand new front. So I'll try to make some little videos of that while I'm doing it today, okay? Once I get everything, I'll show you before and after photos. It's not much. I'm just making a way to get in and out, you know, because this is just too much. Got to put this in the back. These boxes are going to line the back here. I have a piece of wood down And I'm gonna